Hi YouTube, this is Sema. I'm going to be doing my first makeup tutorial. This is using green, blue, and yellow eyeshadows, and these are all MAC products except for my mascara. And when I get there, you'll see what kind I'm using. Let me show you what product I'll be using. Now I have, for the powder, I'll be using the MAC 188 or 187. For the blush, I'll be using the 129. For foundation, the 188. For primer and concealer, the 249, the 239 for the lid, the 217 for the crease and for the highlight. I have two of them here. For the corner, I'll be using the 219, and for the liner, I'll be using the 209. Now for the lips, I'm going to be using Subculture lip liner. For the lipstick, it will be Angel. If you don't have Angel, you can use Delish. If you don't have Delish, you can just use any pink frosty color for your lips. I'll be using the Dazzleglass in Smile for the lip gloss. For the lid primer, I'm going to be using Cash Flow. Now this is a limited. If you don't have this, you can use Uppity Fluidline. And I know Fluidlines are liners, but you can use them for bases or even just an eyeshadow. I'll be using Blacktrack Fluidline for my liner. For my lip conditioner, it's going to be just the regular lip conditioner. I'm also going to be using just a disposable lip wand for my lip gloss. You can find those at any like drugstore or Sally's beauty supplies. For the powder, I'll be using the NC30 Studio Fix and the NC30 Studio Fix Fluid for the foundation. And I'm going to be showing you my colors as I go along. Now like I said, the mascara isn't MAC, it's Maybelline. I like the MAC mascaras, but to be honest, I like the Maybelline much better. They just go on a lot better, and they last a lot longer. I just like them. Just personal preference. And my model today is Shannon. Hello. Let's get started. And again, sorry for the quality of the video. Like I said, it was my first time, so work with me here. I'm starting off with the Cash Flow, and this is just like a gold color, if you can see it in there. It's like a gold shimmer, and if you don't have this, you can use Uppity. And these are good because they're good for under the eyeshadow, just to make that color pop, or you can also just use it by itself as an eyeshadow, and we'll see. And you just want to brush this on all over. You don't want to go all the way to the brow since it's a gold color. We don't want to use gold up there, so we're just going to leave that gold. So you're just going to use this all over the crease. Now if you don't know where your eye crease is, just use a technique. You're going to want to open your eye and feel where your brow bone is. And from there below to your lash line is your lid. So you can see that. So you're just going to want to put that color all over the lid. And I like to work in like flicking type of strokes. That way you're kind of blending it out as you're applying it. And like I said, if you don't have the Cash Flow, you can use Uppity. And it's another gold color. And this is really cute. It's the Fluidline. So we'll do that as well for Fluidline. This is kind of more intense than the Cash Flow, but it's okay. We want to be a little dramatic today. So apply that over the lid. And then we'll start with the lid color. And for the lid color, we're using Chrome Yellow. It's just a really bright yellow color. So we'll put that all over the lid. And you just want to pat it on there. You don't want to brush off, because then you're going to get that all over the place, and nobody wants to clean it. So we'll just tack that on. And right now we don't have to be too precise, since we'll be cleaning it up with like the crease color and everything. So I mean, don't go all crazy, just brush it on everywhere, but It doesn't have to be perfect. And if you want to know that you're putting it on high enough, like on your eye, just open your eye and look straight into the mirror. And you want to just see it all over right in here, and just a little bit higher, so it'll come out. So you'll be able to see it when your eye is open. You can see the whole color, not only on the lid, but just kind of in the crease, just to blend it. Pack that on there. And now for the crease color, I'm going to be using Swimming and Humid, which is right here. And for this, you just want to tap it. You don't want to just grind it in there because we're not going to be using that much, just to start it off. So we'll tap it into Swimming first and then into Humid. And this, you want to start. Now if you're doing this on yourself, you want to just look straight into the mirror and you just want to pat it right where your eye opens. Look straight. And just pat it right there. And that's going to be your starting point. That way you'll know you're not going too high or too low with your crease. So you're just going to start there. And then you can do the windshield technique, you know how they say back and forth. But what I like to do is do circles because it helps you blend as you're applying the eyeshadow. So do the windshield technique, but doing little circles as you're going along. So we'll put a little more color on there. And I always like to start at the end and work my way in. I don't like to start in the middle because it's just too much color right there, and then you're going to have to try to blend that out. So I like to start in the corner and then blend my way in. And back and forth just with little strokes, little circles. Okay, so now for our corner color, we're going to be using the 217 brush. And we'll be using, I'm going to be using Velvet Moss, which is right there. But if you don't have that, you can use Florishing. That's another color from MAC. It looks exactly the same. It's just maybe a little more of a gray tint to it, but it's still nice. And this, you just want to poke at it. You don't want to get too much on the brush and do too much product. And this, you're going to want to start right in the corner and just poke right there. And you can look straight into your mirror if you're doing this on your own, and just poke at it. And that way you know, okay, how it's going to look. Like when you look at people are looking at your eyes. That way they can see all the color. You just want to set it where everyone will see it. So then you just want to blend that in a while. And again, little circles, blending is key. So now we'll be doing the highlight, and for that I'm going to be using Hush. And if you don't have Hush, you can use Rice Paper. It's a nice color also. So we'll get that. And for this color, I like to start at the highest point of the brow. So on her, it's right here. So we're going to start there and just kind of dab it on, and then work our way in and work our way out. And we want to use little circles with this as well. If you want more of a defined brow look, you can get your 219 brush and put that in there. Dip that in the Hush and get close to the eyebrow and just do a nice little swipe. Okay. So for the liner, we're going to be using black.